Hello and welcome to the ESL Meisterschaft Game 2 of the Grand Final, ESG versus Mouse Sports. We are just going to be jumping straight into Champ Select because we have missed an awful lot. I didn't want to let you guys miss out on all the bans and picks that have already gone down in Chinatown, so we'll just go ahead and throw that down. We have Azir, Maokai and Jana already banned away from ESG. And on the right-hand side, for Mouse Sports, we have LeBlanc, Cass and Hecarim taken away already.
And Gragas locked in. So,
the first confirmed.
Gragas locked in the side of ESG, now down 0-1 in this best of 3. And let's see if they can maybe take it to map number 3. It'll be our first, actually it would be our first 3-mapper, as we had one with Mouse Sports against PKD just prior.
They really are just sticking to what they know, Mouse Sports. I mean, look at these picks. The only real surprise is actually taking the pick away from Llama Bear.
Just like, if it's not broke, why fix it? We're seeing Nautilus and Severe picked up again for the side of ESG, so Severe being taken away from Cedrian. Chantal was using Lucy in that last game. Didn't do bad. I mean, his lane was okay, but she got a little bit too overpowered when ESG, or not ESG, sorry, Mouse started to group up and barrel down onto these turrets and pick up objectives. Remember, ESG, they did have a strong start. They did pick up the first 2 dragons and the first blood, but it just unfortunately fell apart as the game progressed on. And then we're going to find out again. They can come back. Gragas, I don't, for some reason, I just don't like Gragas in the jungle. I don't know what it is about him, but he's just not, to me, he doesn't seem fun to play in the jungle. He's always, in my heart, a mid laner before all the changes to his kit, where he used to be able to burst someone down from 100% to 0 with DFG, and those are the good times.
I remember that. Gosh, that was a scary Gragas. The mid lane Gragas era.
Once this guy disappear, boop.
Yeah, barrel. In a couple of seconds, we're going to have 2 more confirmed picks. In the last second, we are going to have a confirmed bot lane as Cedrian does secure himself Jinx. And we're going to be seeing, I assume, Morgana. In fact, I'm not going to make any assumptions. Let's hold off on assumptions. It could be a mid lane Morgana.
No, it's bot lane. If they're gonna see Nautilus, they're gonna pick Morgana into that, just so you can stop his ultimate from knocking you up. You can stop his anchor from pulling you in. It can mitigate a lot of CC that Nautilus brings to the table every time.
Right.
I mean, you always could go middle. She is one of the champions that can, but she's more likely going to be going in that bottom lane. First time we're seeing Rumble not banned out against Mouse Sports, and it's not even being picked by them. We're going to see Satoris being using him in the top lane.
Okay, so, I mean, Mouse Sports had a bigger plan. I guess the reason they didn't ban it is because they knew Beansu was just constantly going for that Scion, and so instead opting to ban the Janna away from Mountain instead.
I wish Mountain wasn't such a troll. He does this like every time.
He just likes to click the random button. Hovers over the donut. Yes, we are going to have a confirmed ESG roster for you. We're going to be seeing
Ahri.
Oh, if you're going to make a guess for mid laners, Ahri's a good guess up against Ziggs.
Dark Binding Charm.
It's a lot of lockup. And then you've got a Beansu and an obvious front line as well. That would make no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, it would. Knockups.
Just a Scion knockup and a Rek'Sai knockup.
And his knockup. Well, knockups.
Actually, putting it together, actually, yeah, okay. You got me all worked up for a Yasuo pick. But no, we're going to be having, once again, Lulu making an appearance in the mid lane for an enjoyable support. Very little happening mid lane. That's exactly what Lulu does provide. However, we'll see, as it's going to be Ziggs in the hands of Avenue, who we kind of seen big stuff from him before when given the right champion. And we have our confirmed matchup for potentially the grand final, the final game, sorry, of this grand final. If ESG don't pull it out of the bag, and they need to. Of course, first map did go in favor. I need to stop saying map. Damn my FPS roots. First game did go in favor of Mouse Sports. And we'll see if they can maybe start to stabilize. Saze is going to be one that needs to step up, as is going to be Shanto, who, in the few victories that ESG did pick up, it was down to that AD carry carrying them through.
I'm curious to see, actually, how Satoris is going to do on Rumble. That's the big one for me. We've seen him banned out. Okay, ESG banned him out in the last game.
Yeah.
Before that, we had Rumble banned against Mouse Sports 3 times by Planet Dynamics.
Right. Yeah.
And then, yeah, they're the ones that pick it up. So we'll see how it's going to work out. Curious how it's going to do against Scion.
Oh, Beansu's just such a monster on Scion, though. Like, I mean, how many times have we seen him now? Every time I've watched him, he's either played Scion, Aurelia or Maokai. Ah, that is mind-bogglingly loud. 1 second. Ooh, that does mean, though, that we are into game. And so if you have still got eardrums, I will throw us in, and you can see what is happening on the Rift. Let me press the right buttons, ladies and gentlemen. Can he do it? He can. As we are in for, potentially, as I said before, our final game. ESG on the left-hand side of your screens for the blue side, battling for survival in this grand final. Sartorius in the top lane on Rumble for the first time. Llama putting Rek'Sai to the side for Gragas this time, as Avenue is going to be picking up Ziggs. And Shantao is going to be in the bot lane alongside Saves, the double S combo with Severe and Nautilus, respectively.
Huh. Okay. So, we need to go to the lamps for Mouse Sports. As you see, Llama and Obvious just having a laughing fit. Alright. Wow, little BM. Okay, so we have Beansu on side on the top lane, Obvious on Rek'Sai side in the jungle. Zayo on Lulu in the mid lane, Cedrian on Jinx in the bottom, and Mountain on Morgana in the bottom to join as support. I'm actually curious to see if Sartorius wanted to invade on Beansu while he tries to go for the Wolves. Like, he's done this every game on the red side. You would think a team would just kind of, alright.
Just mess him up? Pick up a free kill?
Oh, first blood.
It would make sense. It would make an awful lot of sense.
And they don't have any wards to really spot this, too. Like, that's the... Sorry, they have one here, so they do have spot. So he won't be invaded. But do they have one towards the bomb side? Yes, they do. Okay, so he's relatively safe. Unless you want to run between the turrets, flash in, and hopefully pick up the kill, which would be really tough.
That's piecing it together slowly but surely as to why he is going to be getting away with that free one. We need to stop zooming in on this guy. Hurts my eyes, Jason. Go back out. Why are you doing this to me?
Just make it more cinematic.
I could turn this off as well.
I don't know how. How that, you mean?
He is going to start with the Wolf Camp, and that's going to be the early level 2 that he's been looking for. In the meantime, though, for the first time, Sartorius isn't going to be doing the other thing. Rumble doesn't really enable you to do that with camps, and so instead he's just going to push the lane up, which kind of really almost favours Beansu. He's got the regen, he's going to be happy to go over to lane with the extra 5 pots, 4 mana pots, and a full crystalline flask. He is going to have all the regen in the world, and that's going to enable him to play quite aggressive. He knows he's going to be kind of bullied a little bit by Rumble, and that's something you need to expect when playing up against him, but he's going to be set, I think.
Actually curious how Sartorius is going to do against him. Like Rumble versus Sion, I'm not sure. I'm sure this matchup's happened before, but I haven't seen it personally, so we'll find out. Lulu, you know, we could talk about her a little bit. You know, you're always a fan of a Lulu middle, aren't you?
Yeah, I love it.
As he says with a sad look on his face.
Hey, I mean, I'm not a big fan of being negative about particular picks, but from a spectator perspective, it's very difficult to find Lulu mid entertaining or engaging or interesting or anything.
Just purple.
Just purple and essentially a second support. I mean, I remember when Lulu wasn't as kind of in the place as she was, where it was very, like, it was OP to be fair, but it was very aggressive. You could poke huge amounts of damage. You could become basically an AP carry. Those days are gone, I feel. And instead it just becomes a backup plan, a kind of a wild growth with some shields and a bit of damage. That's essentially where Lulu goes, but we'll see. We'll see how this one shapes up. As Llama is just going to be doing his route around the jungle, as is obvious. I'm going to get confused now because Llama has been Rek'Sai for about like 7 of the last games I casted. So it's going to be weird to see a different Rek'Sai in the same game as Llama. Obvious, of course, has used Dragus in the past. So these guys are just trading out junglers and trying their hand at their opponents.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if Llama was playing... Oh my god, what's his name?
Forgotten a champion?
Oh my god, I can't remember his name.
Jason.
Volibear. If Llama was on Volibear.
Llama on Volibear. Volibear and Llama. It would be crazy. Absolutely insane. Madness. Absolute crazy house. Either way, 4 minutes, make it 5 minutes. I need to stop saying either way. Let's stop that from happening. Every time I say it, you can punch me in the arm. Okay?
Hmm? What's the term? As well?
I'm not gonna say it.
Okay. No, is that actually it?
No. It's either way.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I was going to hit you for that one.
I was scared. I was like, am I falling into his trap here? Either way. Oh, no! I fell for it. Oh, dear. I'm going to learn quickly. I feel that hurt. Ow, my arm.
Told you I'm getting hench.
For those of you that are at home, he did genuinely just hit me in the arm.
You laughed at me saying I'm getting hench.
Anyway, here we go.
That's too close.
No, it's not. As my voice quivers in fear, Jason's going to hit me again. It has to be said that so far, the only really aggressive steps that have been taken is Llama Bear. Look at him in the enemy jungle. He's just kind of roaming around, trying to kind of provide some sort of jungling handicap to the enemy jungler. He's going to be taking the wolf camp away from it, leaving that one to stop the spawn. And so as he heads on back to base in safety, Shantao's health is a little low, but he's going to be able to get away from this one safe and sound for now. ESG, Euronics Gaming, a team who managed to battle through their first game up against the Evil Sharks.
Your arm is going to be so bruised. If we started this earlier today, I might break your arm.
But this is helping me. This is helping me kick that word goodbye.
Yes, Tori's just sidesteps Beanstew's ultimate. We'll have the slow on top of this. We'll get knocked up. And not to mention, knocked up again by Obvious, and he doesn't have Flash, so this might be first blood coming in. One more hit would be enough, and Llama Bear with the Flash body slam does force them back, saves his teammate's life. And he will live to fight another day, but that was ridiculously close and has no summoners up to even escape a next gank.
That was an incredible rescue. Llama Bear knew he had the capability to save him, and he did. That's a truly supportive jungler there. One Llama Bear on my team. As now AD carry is just battling away once again. It's really the only CS discrepancy worth highlighting is going to be that top lane. 50 CS for Sion thereabouts, and just 28 so for Santorius. I can wait to say Santorin from a distance. It's frustrating. Either way. I'm ready, Jason. I said it.
Do I have to do it right then, or can I save it?
Oh, you can save it. You can.
Oh, no, I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah. Ow! That was hit. That was number 2. I'm learning. I'm learning.
I got to hit the same spot next time.
7 minutes in, and it's got to be said that I like the look of Rumble already. He hasn't been able to pick up too much CS, and he did manage to get away from that gank. And that's a big one, because now he's got level 6. He should be able to stabilize in this top lane a little more. Beansu, of course, is going to be as tanky as ever with his Spectre's Cowl, as he's just going to be stacking up the MR and being kind of essentially the exact same thing he has been in all the games prior. Just a real big wall of Sion.
It's a big wall of man.
Warmonger.
That is a skin, actually. Funny enough. I think you planned that. 80 carries, 67 to 63. Shantao still has the lead, just slightly with that BF sword done, another Vampiric Scepter, where Cedron actually has a pink ward. So I'm curious to see where that one's going to be going. Will it be put in his first bush? Will it be put towards Dragon if they can pull off the successful kill? And we do have Obvious coming for a gank topside against Centaurus. And he's going to miss his lead. I think he missed his lead over the wall. No, he didn't miss his burrow. He didn't even try to burrow. But he has been spotted out. And he will be forced back for now. Llama Bear again is going back to try to jungle. Trying to counter just a little bit. Get some information with these wards. And I think he might be able to make his way down towards bottom for a gank. But let's just say that. I mentioned that I see a ward here. So unfortunately not going to work out.
Not just yet, anyway. As Shantawan says, this double S combo has still yet to really make an appearance in that bot lane, but they have such a scary kind of peel, courtesy of Mountain, on that Morgana. Especially now he's got level 6, he has that ultimate, which can be truly terrifying if you do go for an all-in against these two. Got that kind of chompers into Morgana roll with the binding. There's just so much lockdown, so much to keep you in place, which can, of course, turn the tides of any team fight.
So I'm actually curious. I remember reading on Reddit there was this bug. Well, not a bug, it was like a change to Morgana where your Black Shield, even if the spell that was hitting you would do more damage than the shield had or could provide you with, it would still allow the CC to go through. But I remember reading on Reddit that apparently that has been changed, where if your damage breaks through the shield completely in one hit, then the CC is applied.
It's always been like that.
No. You used to be able to break the shield completely and CC would be still applied as long as the Black Shield still was on, like on you, for the buff duration was on you.
Well, I mean, like, the reason you'd max Q and max your hook on Thresh against the Morgana is so you'd break it and still be able to pull in with the hook.
I was just reading on Reddit like a week ago.
Okay. I guess because the initial stun from the hook didn't initially land, I guess. Maybe.
So, like, if a Taric stun did more damage than her shield could do,
the stun would apply.
The stun would apply. Like, the damage is applied before the CC effect, when the CC effect's applied first, supposed to be applied first.
I understand now.
I think that was the way it was, like, coded, or the coding got changed or something. But I'm not sure if that was if it's even in there anymore, if it was fixed, or if that was 5.8, and since we're on 5.7, it doesn't matter. But it'll be curious to see. If we do see something getting through the shield, then we'll know. Either way. Let's see, I can say it. Ziggs has been able to pick up his Mornomicon. Sartorius should be fine on this top side. We'll take a hefty amount of damage. We'll dodge away from the slow. And I think it's a Holy Grail done for Zio.
He does favour it. He just needs that MR. I guess he realises that there's a bit of quite a hefty amount of magic damage on the other side, with both Rumble, Gragas, and Ziggs roaming around the rift. It's probably smarter than a lot of people to pick up the Athenes, and it's going to give him that AP as well. Cinder Hulk has been picked up for both sides, as these guys are just getting tankier and tankier. As Llama trying to make something happen against Bean, so I feel that may be a bit of a foolish endeavor. Beansy's just dodged the ultimate, though. What a step. One step too many, maybe, as Sartorius was there in pursuit. And if he had hit that ult, what a different gank that may have been. Either way, he's going to be picking that one up with...
You said either way?
Not while I'm casting, dude.
Oh, I thought you said I could do it whenever.
All right, well, that's just going to ruin the cast.
I'll let you know next time. That way you can't tense up on me.
That hurt.
I know it did.
Like, you know how, like, friends, like, just tap someone, like, oh, I got you. Jason is literally putting his feelings into this punch. It's
I'm really just waiting for you to say it.
Oh, we saw a prime example of the shield there. Didn't quite break the shield, though. And so it didn't quite apply the CC, as we were discussing earlier. Shantou backing away from that one. He can't quite deal with his Jinx poke at this point. Cedrian and Mountain just going to be playing from the from distance, and he kind of can. I guess you have to kind of worry about Jinx's mana pool somewhat, but farming with the rockets is plenty at this point. Now, when we start to take stock at that 13-minute mark, nearly 100 CS already under the belt of Beansu. 120 in the mid lane for Zio, and 112 for the bot lane, up against 117. So they managed to stay level despite Saze being a really aggressive presence in that lane. But look at Mountain, just locks him up when he needs to. Zap follows up, and that's the scary stun lock, which I think they're going to be very, very much aware of in this bot lane.
We do see Rek'Sai coming topside, obvious, looking for the gang. Sartorius is going head against Beatsu, but being forced to back away. Again, just too tanky. That Spirit Visage alone is providing enough resist to deal with the damage that Sartorius can do. But working towards the Sork Boots, once those are completed, he will have a hefty amount of penetration, and he should be enough to actually finally do some damage to Beansu. He's limited his E second, so his Electro Harpoons just going for that kind of damage build, not gloving up the shield just to survive, to make sure he can do well or do better in lane. He's already down 30 CS, or almost 40. He needs help. He needs help ASAP, and Llama, like you pointed out, if he didn't miss that ultimate, it might have been a different story for that gank. We might have seen First Blood come in favor of ESG.
Certainly might have. Still, no blood has been drawn. One dragon favouring Mouse Sports, but no turrets, no kills. It's a quiet 13 minutes. We'll see who's going to change it, though. Let's not forget last time this was the case. We started like speculating we weren't going to see First Blood till 20 minutes, and it came just a minute later. So keep your eyes on the prize. If you had to predict, Jason, which lane do you reckon we're going to be seeing First Blood in?
Top.
Yeah.
No. Bottom.
Ooh, oh my lord! Zio nearly died as well. He just had to flash out Ziggs' ult. Whew.
Bottom. You?
I'm going to go with top.
See, I was thinking that, but Llama there ready to counter the gank. And Sartorius has flash. As long as he doesn't flash it aggressively.
It's time to find out. 2v2 is about to emerge, and it's going to be Beansu trying to bait in the Rumble. I don't think Sartorius is going to fall for his wicked games. As here comes the gank, though. He's going to be knocked up. That's going to be the equalizer. He's trying to do something in return, and all of a sudden they are the ones on the back foot. Sartorius going low, but not low enough, as obvious. Is just going to turn around and try and do something with him. A red buff ticking away. Elsewhere on the map, though, the bot lane begins to continue. Sorry, I just say begins. Continues to try and basically push each other further and further back with their minion waves. And I thought I might have called it. I thought I might have said first blood in top, but it was just a false alarm.
I'm expecting at bottom, because I was expecting the junglers to be a little bit more active down there. Like, you kill someone bottom, you turn it into a dragon, and then you know, catch yourself back up. 28 seconds to go. Obvious might be going in for it, but he doesn't have flash anymore, so he has to be a little bit careful. Okay, that is green. I couldn't tell if that was Cinderhulk in chat or not. And Saze, you know, he's not that squishy, but I feel like just a little bit of CC, especially with the Black Shield, or not Black Shield, Dark Binding, mixed in with the slow out of Zap, mixed in with the knock out of Rek'Sai, can kill him, like 100-0. But with Dragon coming up now, I would expect to see junglers head down there. Like, they have to contest it. Even Llama just put a ward inside pit just to make sure they have vision of it this time.
Step coming out from Sion, just trying to connect onto Sartorius, sorry. Didn't sound right when it came out of my mouth. I was like, I don't think I've said that word before. Either way, I'm ready for it, Jason. Go on. There we go. Oh,
he flexed up. That's not fair.
I need to learn my lesson. It'd
be great if you said it again, just right after.
Seems to be pretty much rinse and repeat for this Rumble-Sion matchup. It never really favours Rumble as Dragon does get started, but they decide it's probably not the best idea. Obvious, just, I don't know if it was an accidental click, but he did end up going straight through his burrow. Back and forth they go, as does Dragon as he's leaving his pit, flying through. Look how many wards there are around. There's no doubt there's going to be vision somewhere down the river. Another one gets put down as well by Mountain.
How sad do you feel like the Dragon is? Like, people came over, said hey, then they start attacking, then they start leaving. He's like, wait, come back. He's like, okay. His head down as he goes back to his pit and just lays down, wishing someone would go play with him like a little dog.
I don't know. I think he's just pretty hot and bothered. He's just sick of all these kids trying to kill him. He just wants to chill, you know?
If you were to give a name to Dragon, what would it be? Like a person's name?
Jason. Because lots of people want to kill you.
That's just you.
17 minutes in. And
I would name him like Drake.
Just hold on, we're going home.
Or Billy. I feel like Billy would be a good name. Like, come here, Billy. Come here, Billy. Nope. Anyways, gate coming in bottom. Black Shield on Mountain, so it's not going to help out his teammate. And Llama Bear, unfortunately, just a little bit too late to that. Man, that was well played by Saze. Like, he forced Mountain to use a Black Shield on himself, then he turned on a Sejun to go for the kill. Unfortunately, just didn't work out right. Llama Bear wasn't there in time to help out. And they're able to escape. 18 minutes in, still no first blood. Only one Dragon done. And Dragon 2 might be started off momentarily as they do clear all this vision to get control of this area, even with Scuttle Crab.
And so, are we going to see first blood kind of pre-20 minutes? Potentially not, as the Drake is going to once again be battled over.
I'm catching the cough, what I need. It's hitting finally, I'm coughing, but it's just not coming out.
Sartorius just going to be hanging steady in that top lane. He really has just basically relaxed in that top lane. He's managed to get his first item, and then that's kind of just where he's left it. Leandri's Torment just picked up, gives him that health, that ability power, and also, of course, that extra magic pen, which will probably be coming in handy when you have to try and slice through that Spirit's Visage on the side of Bean. So, oh, we could be seeing first blood. This could be it. Wild Growth comes out. Avenue's going down. It's drawn, and it's in the 19th minute as it does go in favor of Mousesports. Could this be the start of something much bigger, though? Sartorius flashing back and forth. Exhaust comes in. He's getting peeled by Llama Bear. It may not be enough as the binding connects, and that is going to be our second now for Beansu as he picks that one up. The Drake probably no longer going to follow, or no sooner going to follow, sorry, as that's going to be 30 seconds of Mousesports jumping in the lead.
Well done. Nice catches. They're still trying to make sure they can lock down this Dragon, though. It's going to be a little bit difficult. You know, Llama Bear off to the side. Actually, he has no ultimate, so he can't. The potential steal is very, very low, and he's going to get polymorphed up multiple times. Oh, Burning Blade almost enough to seal it away, but Obvious does secure it with the smite. Did he? Wait, did he smite? He didn't have smite up. Wow, that was really risky. But they secure their second dragon. They secure the first 2 kills. They now have a 1,600 gold lead, looking to snowball this. Remember, if they win this game, they won the finals of the ESL Meisterschaft Spring 2015 season, and will be defending their titles as the best team in Germany.
Beste Team. Oh, I wish I could remember the German.
Beste Team Deutschland.
Beste Team Deutschland, is
Best,
that it?
no, Beste Gamer.
Beste Gamer Deutschland.
Yeah. Handy. I don't know why I just said that.
That's telephone, isn't it?
Yeah, I know.
Interesting.
Mein Handy.
My mobile.
Mein Name ist Jason.
Wow, your German is coming along great, Jason.
Du bist wunderschön.
Oh, thank you so much.
Me gusta.
I made the mistake of calling like lots of girls I met die Frau, which actually kind of means like my wife.
Is it slang like wifey?
No, I think it is like literally like I was just calling loads of girls my wife.
But do you think like they took it as like wifey? Like, hey wifey, like as like a...
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't think that's quite how it works.
You're probably married to like 4 different women now.
I feel like I must have, yeah, so that was a mistake. But hey, you know.
Did you put a ring on it?
I don't need a ring, you know, something from the from down the shops down the road. They're crisps, Jason. Don't look at me like that. An onion ring. You've never had an onion ring?
Oh, they don't sell Funyuns in Germany, do they?
Yeah, they're everywhere. They're everywhere, dude.
Oh my god, I know what I'm eating tomorrow.
Okay. Anyway, back on topic. See that? I avoided saying whatever I'm supposed to say. I can't even remember anymore. Completely forgotten.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Obvious, picking up that red buff. He's going to go straight on towards Krugs.
Does this extend beyond casting? So if we're walking around...
When would I ever say it when I'm not casting?
Don't never say never, in the words of Justin Bieber. Wise man.
Very wise.
Beautiful lady.
22 minutes in. And just a 2,000 gold lead from Mousesports, and it all came about from that one catch. It was actually Avenue who stepped wrong first. Ziggs becoming more and more prominent as of late as this meta changes. Merlin Omicron and Large Rod picked up for him. It looks like he's probably going to be building something along the Lichbane lines. Well, actually, no, it's probably going to be Luden's Echo. I tell a lie with the Aether Wisp. As here comes Nautilus Ultimate, but there's a Black Shield waiting for it, and you were absolutely bang on when you said, even in Champ Select you said it, when you have a Morgana, when you see a Nautilus support, you pick a Morgana, and it makes perfect sense. You saw just exactly there why.
CC's useless.
Yeah.
Ooh. That.
Oh, wow.
I want to make some really bad phrases, seeing that he was just knocked up forever and just could not come back down, and even shot out of his robotic body into heaven, as he did get picked off. 3-0 for Mousesports.
Certainly was a pretty deadly combination there. Double knockups, just sending them sky high. And now Zio, who has done absolutely nothing in this game because he's on Lulu in the mid lane. I have quite strong opinions about him. I apologize. Now Chantal and C is going to be trying to do something elsewhere because Zio's doing nothing. Obvious and Llama Bear going to try and make something happen. Llama Bear is going to be potentially going to be caught out here as the pause is going to make an appearance. In the meantime, though, we did actually miss out on some shopping, some serious shopping, as both AD carries from either side did pick up an Infinity Edge, as well as over on the side of Avenue, or sorry, on the side of ESG for Avenue, we are going to be seeing a Luden's Echo. They were just having issues with their connection, but they are ready to get back underway. Of course, this is being played over in Duisburg. I really need to check how to pronounce
Duisburg.
that. I feel like I got it right.
That's how Lee's said it before.
Yeah, Duisburg. For the ESL Meisterschaft Grand Finals now. They're on stage. The audience is in front of them. And, of course, if you are interested in see how the whole stage does look, do head on over to ESL_Summoners In with double N. And you can see what's going down on the German language stream. We're just here to give you guys, if the opportunity and the availability of an English stream, if you do so fancy it. So far, though, 24 minutes into this one, and we've seen that 1,000 gold lead from Mousesports. They picked up basically 2 Drakes and 3 kills off the back of just 1 catch. And so we'll see how this is going to play out now, as things are starting to calm down once again. And the battle for vision is being won out definitely by Mousesports. Just look at that map.
There we go. All that vision on the top side. I can see everything. Those are just freshly placed wards, too. And that's all because that Sightstone I know I picked up for Obvious to just get that deep vision, see where Llama Bear is coming from, get some control of the jungle, and oh, we might see a 2-on-2 battle breaking out. Llama Bear already down to a lot of HP left. I thought he was down to about half, but he healed up very nicely with his W. His ultimate to disengage and back away. And Mouse do force a couple of ultimates out now of ESG.
Ultimates forced, and that's... Wow, that was a loud sneeze. Good golly, I heard that through my headset. As 45 seconds before that dragon spawns and a potential third for Mouseport. So what I was going to say before I got so rudely interrupted by your sneeze was actually about how ESG, while spending those ultimates, could potentially put themselves at risk for a team fight. And with seeing 30 seconds on Dragon, that could very well be it.
You're lucky, by the way, that I'm not having a nosebleed with all my sneezing. I have ridiculous nosebleeds. Thank you, giant Jewish nose. So, 18 seconds to go on the Dragon. And we're going to see Sartorius actually ganked on the top. Obvious getting over the wall with the help of his tunnels. He's just trying to stall for time. Not going to do much because now Obvious can ult down towards the jungle near Dragon and reappear for another Dragon for number 3.
It's going to be number 3. I don't see any reason why...
movement speed.
Why ESG, would really take the risk. It's going to be at 5% movement speed, as you've already said. But also another step closer to that 5-stack, which I feel like we've seen Mousesports pick up every single time. They seem to be very effective at controlling the dragons.
Well, in the last game, it was first 2 for ESG.
Yeah.
And then Mousesports got the next, like, 4.
Well, 5, yeah. They picked them all up.
Well, no, they didn't get their 5-stack. They ended the game before then, no. Yeah,
no?
They ended before then. But here we go, the fight breaking out. Ultimate on the Cedrin again, out of saves, but it's going to catch it on. Mountain with a nice ultimate himself. Not going to lock anyone down as we do see Zio get the flash over the wall. Mountain's going to fall from this one. First kill finally coming in for ESG, but is it over for now as Obvious and Beansu not as tanky as you would have expected against 5 people. They're going to lose 3 men for this. And that is going to be a good trade coming for the side of ESG. They needed it and they got it.
Just what the doctor ordered. It cost them the Drake, but that's such a small price to pay. As now that is going to be a real crucial 3 kills. They needed that. They needed that influx of gold. They needed it to be distributed to their carries. Didn't necessarily get it to the right hands. I mean, giving it to Llama Bear isn't awful, but it's not ideal. As of course, he's just going to be going that tanky Gragas route. Good to have a front line. Not good to give the majority of your kills over to your tanky jungler.
I'm actually curious. Did the top turret go down in favor of Mouse, and then the bottom one went down in favor of ESG after the fight? I think that's what happened. So they were able to pick up a dragon, or sorry, a turret and a dragon off of that. They still lost out on 3 men without picking up a single one. So in the end, not most desirable, not the best trade that they could have hoped for, but it could have been worse. They could have lost dragon on top of that.
Two turrets to 2. Very minor gold lead now as all of this has been settled out, and it's crazy how one fight can really turn the tide of a game. This game was starting to form into Mousesports, and now things are changing pretty effectively as well for the ESG side. I mean, I've got my eyes on the AD carry. So far, he's got a real kind of base build. It feels like he's almost a kind of an item ahead at this point of Sadrian. With the 3 assists he's picked up. And what is the gold like, actually? Let me have a quick look. 10,000 to 11,000. Yeah, I'm right. He has a whole 1,000 gold ahead of the Mousesports AD carry. I feel like a fight is brewing. The calm before the storm in this top lane.
Well, they break out towards Zio, though. I mean, he's very fast. Does have the movement speed increase. Ooh. Now, a little glass vial just bouncing over his head. Even the ultimate going to be dodged out by Zio. Able to clear out the waves relatively quickly. We do have Obvious now in the bottom side of the jungle, just warding up yet again with that sight stone. And speaking of that battle brewing, it still might happen on the top lane. It's Beansu. Well, he has ultimate up, but not going to go for the chase. And Cedrin just going to get a lot of free farm off of this as he's working into a Bloodthirster. Not going for that Lost Whisper just yet. Doesn't really have any armor to really compete up against, except Sartorius, who's trying to build into a Zonias. More you see on the other side for Chantal, he has to go into the Lost Whisper to compete with Beansu, who already has that Frozen Heart and that Spirit Visage done.
Yeah, and understandably, guys, these teams are going to be taking it cautiously. This is such a real kind of thing about national pride, I think. You know, these guys really going to be looking to be crowned the best League of Legends team here in Germany. It all comes down to this. Mouse Sports just one win away. ESG just looking to level it out. And it can be quite intimidating for both sides for different reasons. Mouse Sports, you know, being so close yet so far, and for ESG being so close to elimination. Two things playing on both teams' minds, and it's going to be coming down to who can deal with it better. Oh, we missed out on that one. It's a 1v1, and actually the underfed, I say underfed, the slightly underbought Cedrian is going to come out on top of that one. I want to almost see that one again, as we missed out on the majority of that.
Just Super Mega Death Rocket to the face.
Slapped him with the Super Mega Death Rocket.
And 3.8, that was changed, or 5.8 was changed, where it does less damage the closer, significantly less damage the closer you are.
That's right, yeah.
So the execute potential of it is has been nerfed. So nice trade. Gets him the extra kill. 5-3. Still in favor of Mouse. And now we have that Bloodthirster completed for Cedrian. So 80 carries tied up in items mostly, for the most part. Gold, only 200 difference. You were commenting before, was 1,000 difference between the two players. Now only just a couple hundred. It's a nice little bit of a catch-up by Cedrian. Oh, Avenue. Avenue, you better be careful, son. Zio's coming.
Will force the heal, though. That's a big one. And then so now, as words are hard. Obvious was the name I was trying to say. Just makes an appearance in the mid lane. That's going to be another turret now added to their collection. 1 minute till Drake, so they're just going to play the farming game. And while we're talking about farming, have a quick look at those numbers for the top laners. 270 for Beansuit to just 190 from Sartorius. That's a big statement about how that top lane played out.
This is always how I see Rumbles. Like, they never keep up in CS. Ever. Like, it doesn't matter, like, who they're against. They always seem to fall behind. But they do some ridiculous damage because of the utility from the ultimate. Like, it's the highest damage per second ulti, I think, in the game. Especially when you apply, you know, Leandri's Torment on top of that. When you have it built-in slow with it, you get a little bit more penetration. Like, it's ridiculous amount of damage you can do. So, not really too surprised to see him that far behind CS, but it's just going to make Beansu that much tankier when it comes to these fights. He's keeping up with the mid lane and the 80 carries, where Sartorius is over 100 CS behind, over 150 behind his mid laner.
It's kind of madness at this point. Avenue's been doing a great job, but he is Ziggs after all. If the pretty terrifying Ziggs at this point, his damage is going to be sky high. Ludens, Morello, Rabadons, and a blasting one for good measure as well. In contrast, we do have a pretty heavy AP Zio, but he is Lulu after all. Now, Dragon has spawned, and it's so interesting to see these teams kind of dance around Dragon. The first potentially for ESG, or Mousesport's fourth. This is going to be a pretty messy fight, I feel.
He's got true damage, he's got the smite, he's got the dragon. That's number 4 in favor of Mousesports. The ultimate out of Say's really not doing too much, but here comes a severe ultimate. They're looking for the chase. Not able to catch anyone. The black shield, or the dark body comes in, doesn't catch anyone either. And it's just a whole lot of missed skill shots from both teams. But I think ESG is going to just disengage this. Mouse going to try to rotate back around towards middle to defend a tier 2 turret if they go for the push. And ESG just putting the brakes on, not committing for a fight.
4 Drakes now in the bank for Mouse. This is terrifying for the ESG side. And I mean, yes, there is kind of a minor gold lead now. It feels like it's been considerably more in the past, and especially in game 1. But those 4 Drakes are going to be weighing on their mind, weighing heavy on their mind if they're not too careful. Beansu, big part of why that is so scary. As he heads on back to base. An extra bit of shopping has been done, as we do see the Morellonomicon. Excuse me, Morellonomicon, where did that come from? The Bloodthirster was the item I was trying to say. Does get picked up by Jinx, and so we're going to be seeing that's now a level playing field once again. 3 items to 3. Just the Bloodthirster and Last Whisper are interchangeable between the 2 AD carries. As the battle for vision continues, this time it's going to be all about the River Crab. Is it River Crab?
Scuttle Crab.
There we go. God, where did that escape my mind from? As I can see you really want to talk about the banner.
I want you to talk about it.
After you.
But I was pointing it out for you.
That's okay.
Because you never see this item usually built up, but it's considered widely as a ridiculously strong item. He just pops it in a lane. This lane is going to shove heavily. Look at this damage it's already doing. And it makes it so he can join the fight while his teleport's down in the meantime. Currently it is up, though. I'm sorry. And allow his team to apply pressure around the map. I feel like this is a cocky buy. But it does give magic resist for his team, for him, and for everyone else, which is going to help greatly. But it gives him 60 ability power, which I don't think Sun has anything that works off. Actually, his shield does work off ability power still, and his E. And that is it. Baron being started. It's going down pretty damn quickly. Cedric and Beansu there to tank it up, and they're just zoning them from the rest of the map, trying to keep them out of vision of this. And Baron will be stopped about half HP. So your ultimate going to be coming in looking for the chase, and Beansu, not the man you want to be hitting. And you'll be able to hold them back for now. That's another ultimate, 2 ultimates down out of ESG.
And very little to show for it, so that could be bad. Ziggs is doing what Ziggs does best, just forcing them back from this fight, but I mean, with the Bloodthirster, it's not such a threat. Like Lulu shield and Bloodthirster shield kind of keeps Jinx nice and safe from that. In the meantime, their AD carry, ESG's just shoving up as best as he can. Shantou just wants to get something out of this exchange, doesn't want it to be all for nothing, as the mid turret is going to fall, and that's a really not too shabby play from ESG. Stopping the Baron, picking up a turret, and their AD carry is most definitely dead. That is a dead Severe. As he gets taken down, and Cedric is going to try and do something off the back of that. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and go straight on back to Baron.
And they have the turret on the bottom too. Banner of Command, man. Pretty strong. And it looks like they're going to continue to have that lane shove in. Banner of Command's almost back up, so you can go back to shoving another lane. And they want to go for Baron. This is going to be a little bit risky though. Shantou, he is gone. And he's a man that has a lot of their farm, a lot of their money invested into him.
This is just a tool to force a fight. That's
of course.
All this is.
That's one thing that they've been doing really well, and Sartorius is trying to escape this. The slow's going to be coming in, and he most certainly shouldn't be able to get away from that as the Dart Binding comes in. Cedric picks up the kill, and now they're going to back away just to heal up because they're not really too confident to bait in another fight, having to tank up Baron. And I think they have a decent amount of money. Yeah, 2,000 on 2 people. It's a ridiculous amount of money to spend for them. And not to mention the bottom lane is still doing some good damage to this turret. Eventually. Okay, maybe not. Anyways,
57,000, nearing on 58. In fact, there we go. 54 to 58. That feels like the gold lead is going to be crawling behind ESG. Back of their minds, they know there's 4 dragons and a gold lead in the hands of Mouse Sports right now. And ESG knocking on death's door, knocking on being eliminated in 2. If they're not too careful. Plenty of time to play for, though. These games can be drawn out. We know ESG are capable of drawing games out, especially when you have a champion like Ziggs, so capable of defending those inner turrets, if given the chance to. As they're forcing them once again off Baron. They really are just going to kind of keep playing this Baron card until ESG crumble. I mean, it's not a bad situation for Avenue. He's going to be waiting for his ultimate. In fact, he has his ultimate now, so he's got his Mega Inferno bomb. We're looking to do something with that potentially.
Credit to Mouse for dodging so many skill shots. Like Avenue's just not really connecting. Gragas isn't really connecting. Severe's not really connecting. Even Sazed. But here we go. Little fight breaking out. Rek'Sai's nowhere near to help out for this. He's got to ult towards top of Baron to maybe get here in time. Beansu just trying to tank as long as he possibly can for his team. Cedro's getting burst down immediately. And the Arts Bearer will unfortunately not connect Mountain. He will fall from this one with his ultimate, trying to stall and try to buy some time for his team. And ESG will capitalize off of Obvious, making a little bit of a push towards bottom. They will pick up the 1 kill, but the real question now comes down to, can they pick up anything else off of this?
Well, Beansu was wise to get away when he did. He realized he'd done everything he possibly could to tank it up, and it was just a real kind of dangerous situation to be in. So, I mean, good for Mouse for just losing 1. It was the support. Of course, Mountain was a kind of sacrificial lamb in that instance, but it's only going to cost them, what, a Baron? So, excuse me, a Dragon? And I don't think that's going to be too much of a concern for Mouse at this point.
I just realized why I kind of don't like the Banner Command, because it pretty much cuts off a potential lane for you to farm. Because that lane's like always shoving when you pop it on. But here we go. Dragon may start up. I can batch that in just a few seconds. And Baron Dragon should be going the way of ESG as they do secure it. That has a free kill though onto Satoran. Satoran. You got me saying it now. And Beansu near the knockout on Shantou, but he will fall from this one. That will be a 1-for-1 trade though. Ooh, Willie Death connecting in Avenue. Oh, Shantou gets taken down. Beansu, he's gonna escape this. And Cedric is so damn fast. He's running a marathon. He cannot be stopped. They'll pick up a 4th kill. And the only man to escape is Ziggs, and maybe not even that if Cedric can just spot him out or just get lucky. Oh no, Rek'Sai, Obvious. He's gonna be able to see where he's going. He saw him.
It's not. What?
He didn't. Saw him moving.
He saw his footsteps. I saw the footsteps. How did he not see? And Obvious has just walked straight past the obvious recall. That's what he's done. It's going to be the inhib, though, coming down. And Mouse Sports managing to catch them out. They gifted them the dragon. They said, yes, step into our lair. Step into this pit. And as they do that, they manage to once again stride into ESG's base. And they have a big smile on their face because every kill is another step closer to being crowned the champions of ESL Meisterschaft. It looks like they've done it. The Nexus is going to fall, and Mouse Sports have done it in two.
And we have our ESL Meisterschaft Spring 2015 victors. It's a Mouse Sports, like you said, a clean 2-0 victory. You know, in the first one versus PKD, it took them 3 games, but they got them nonetheless, and they did it with style in the last game. 7-1-2 for Obvious, 0-0-9 for Zio. Really proving why you're not a big fan of Lulu Middle, more of a support than anything. 3-0-6 for Cedric, who came up so big towards the end of that last game. And Beansu just always that solid, man. 318 farm compared to 221 on his opponent. Almost 100 CS lead. And finished off pretty damn well. So Mouse Sports, congratulations to them. They've done it. They defended their titles being the best team in Germany. And I think we can even actually do something we haven't done yet. We can hop over to my screen really quickly. Put a little audio in for you guys at home who are curious to see what's going on the German stream. Go and show that so you guys can see what's been going down over there. You could probably take our, yeah, there we go. And Mouse Sports, I mean, well, we just missed it, but they jumped out of the chairs. They're so excited. They're so happy. They were able to pull that one off. It was, you know, a good attempt by ESG. We didn't really expect them to get even past the Sharks earlier, the Evil Sharks, but they 2-0'd them in style with a little bit of a risky play in the first game. And they came in with a happy, you know, pretty happy second place.
They really worked hard for that. They are going to have a big smile on their face as they are the Meisterschaft champions. They've really, I mean, some standout performances. I really love watching Beansu play. Pleasure to watch. In fact, the entire team, excuse me, really looking pretty on form in that final game.
Well, Mouse Sports won in Counter-Strike. They won in League of Legends. And I believe they have their chance to win in StarCraft next weekend. With a couple of people on their team participating in that. I think Mouse Hero Marine is the man I'm thinking of. The 15, 16-year-old. He's really kind of shined onto the StarCraft scene, but that's just StarCraft. This is League of Legends and Mouse Sports. They definitely earned that trophy they're currently holding. I thought that was a dude, like, really... That's freaked me out. That's Melly. Oh, scared the crap out of me. But you get to see the audience in just a few seconds. I'm assuming they're going to turn the camera on. There you go. And a cool little air with the projector and everything. And we're just chilling, having a good time. How does it feel to win the ESL Meisterschaft? He says, it feels great. I'm so happy that Jason and Machine were there to cast in English. You know, we faltered at some points, but those two never gave up on us. And I really hate Machine for hating on my Lulu Middle.
Yeah, it was super effective, 0-0-9, super engaging to watch for a solo lane. Really strong play from Zio.
And there's your winners, Mouse Sports, holding the trophy. We just know German. We're fantastic with this. I think that's going to do it for us, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure to, I guess I'll mute the audio on my side. So you can't see it there. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, @JKaplan, @MachiniTV. Make sure to tweet to him about how bad his Twitter handle is. And I know a thing about bad Twitter handles in my previous Twitter names that I've had.
Yeah, he's not good either.
Yep, JKaplol, but I love you. I don't think I went Captain Kaplan.
Oh, no, it wasn't
but it's
good.
all Jake Kaplan now. Thank God for getting that one. But thanks again, guys, for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. I know we did. And make sure to tune in next weekend for some StarCraft 2 action brought to you by Kalaris. And I'm not sure if Apollo's going to be there, but it'll be great nonetheless. Have a good night, guys.